This is uh, this is one I was going to make for a while. This particular Game and Speak, because I've been watching the news. I've been looking at articles, so I only know as much as the articles have told me concerning Britney. Uh, I remember Britney Spears when she was underage. Uh, Somebody once said that her ability to sing is more of opera based, like kind of like Charlotte Church. If you know who Charlotte Church is, that's sort of what Britney Spears' talent was at the time she was 14, 15, 16. She's kind of in comparison to Charlotte Church. Then her dad, Jamie Lynn Spears, her family got her involved in more of like pop culture, pop music. The dancing, the shaking the ass, all that stuff, okay? And you could make the jailbait jokes back in the 90s about how sexual she was, but now Britney Spears is almost 40. She's almost my age, okay? She's had two husbands, Kevin Federline being the most... Federline? I keep wanting to say Federline, like butterfly. But anyway, Kevin Federline being her most notorious ex-husband, and the kids, or kid, plural, I don't know. I don't know much about her life. Oops, I Did It Again, all her music. I only know as much as anybody else would know about her. But I have been keeping up a little bit with the news, her conservatorship, her, I guess, I keep getting killed in this game. I gotta get that final smash over there. There's like two final smashes. I gotta get at least one here. I'm Princess Peach here, by the way. Oh, shit. Gotta get that one. Where am I? So Britney Spears is having problems getting her own attorneys, her money. It's like Joe Jackson versus Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? It's like Michael Jackson can't be Michael Jackson. But that was a long time ago when he was alive, when Joe Jackson was alive. And Joe Jackson had control of Michael's life in some fashion, some way or another. He wanted part of the fame too, just like Jamie Lynn wants part of Britney's fame. And it's sad. I mean, there were things that, I mean, when Britney Spears shaved her head and talked in that British accent, I didn't feel too badly for her. I mean, there are some things she did to herself. But I think above all, she wanted to be loved. She wanted to be accepted. But I think the way her family determined her fame for her wasn't exactly the right way to do it. You know, you could say that the best fame for your kids is to kind of try out in school plays, do spelling bees, do triathlons, decathlons, you know, be in school competitions, try out for theater in the city theater, community theaters, speakeasies, public access TV, YouTube. But I got to get that trophy. Let me see if I can get it open. But to have this whole life of stardom, of fame, putting your kid out there as a headshots and being in Star Search and being in like John Benet Ramsey. I mean, there's room, of course, for like perverts and pedos to get involved, Harvey Weinstein types, Bill Cosby types, such as that. So Britney Spears has had a hard life, you know, surrounded by pedos, by guys who just don't give a shit like Kevin, her first husband. And I think first person I think of right now is Elvis Presley with the Colonel, because Elvis Presley couldn't live his own life. There were even like phone calls and conversations between the Colonel and somebody else, another publicist, as to how they could control Elvis Presley throughout the end of his life. They wanted to break this man. They wanted to suck the juice out of him and make him do all these things in Vegas. And Elvis just wanted to move on from his fame. He wanted to move on from the Hollywood records type fame. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just talking to you while I'm doing this shit. I don't know what I am doing in this goddamn fucking game. Am I even fighting in this game at all? Am I just pretending? Oh, shit. I'm pressing, you can hear me press buttons with the Joy-Cons, right? But I'm not getting anywhere. Just kind of like Britney Spears' career. So yeah, fuck Jamie Lynn Spears. I don't know what to say. You know, my mom would nag me every so often that to wear a mask or not wear a mask. And I may plan to vaccinate soon, but I have to stick to my principles. But I don't like it when people try to control me and tell me what to do. I don't appreciate that. I don't want someone to break me, to harass me, to fear-ass me with fear-mongering, to gaslight me, to threaten me, to use the belt on me. Those days are over, okay? And maybe people tried that. Maybe Jamie Lynn tried that on Britney when she was a kid. But he knows better. But he's the kind of person that wouldn't mind using the belt on Britney, given a chance. But it's like, you know what? She's an adult. And you can't control her, and you can't gaslight her anymore. She's got to think for herself. She's retiring her music. All the attorneys that were working for Jamie Lynn, they're gone. So she's a prisoner. She feels like a prisoner in her own body right now, I can imagine. Madonna's standing up for her. I'm standing up for her. The thing about simping, okay? It's one thing to simp when you think you're going to get with a girl. You think you have a shot with her, and she's on OnlyFans. She's got 10 million followers. She doesn't give a shit about you, okay? I know what it's like to simp for famous people. I did that when I was in my 20s, and I was stupid. But it's a whole other thing to simp for a woman when she's related to you, if she's related to you, or if she's getting beaten up by her. Let's say she's an ex-girlfriend and she's getting beaten up by her husband, and nobody does anything about it. Or if she's suicidal, where does the simping line end? How do you know when you're not simping and you're looking out for someone? Now, it could be a friend, it could be a relative, it could be anybody like that. But I think that, Britney's got to live her own life and do fame her way. There's many choices now. It's not strictly television and radio and records and concerts at stadiums. She can be on YouTube. She could be on Twitch. She could be on OnlyFans. I mean, Britney Spears is on fucking TikTok, right? She can be on Facebook. She can be anywhere. She could be on Apple TV. She can be on Quibi, Netflix, Hulu, anywhere she wants to be. She is no longer limited to doing what her dad wants her to do. And if the conservatorship limits the dad from having that kind of access to that kind of multimedia, then that's better for Britney. She's not Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley would say the same thing. Free Britney. I'm saying the same thing. Elvis knew what it was like to be held back. When people, and he knew he was being held back. The Colonel knew he was holding him back. And that sucked. And there was no other way for him to get out of it. So he lived that way as a prisoner of the Colonel until he died. Died of drug overdose, died of overweight. That Elvis you saw in 1968, that was gone. That was the last good Elvis from the 1950s to the 1960s. And then from there, he just gained that weight. He wasn't the same person. And Britney's headed for that direction if she can't solve this problem. So I don't know what's going to happen. There is someone I'm thinking about, someone I'm talking to now. Did something really nice for her. Is it simping? Well, probably is, but that's my problem. I did something really nice for her. That was meaningful. I don't expect anything back. I do expect one day she may find her happiness, her true happiness. When that happens, I wish her the best of luck. But I want to see people, not just females, I want to see people be at the best of where they should be, not what somebody else dictates.